It seems to become a bit of a theme this week for me to write down lists of cars, because that seems to be all I've done. I have many of them. Basically, because I'm trying to write down the entire car history of cars I've owned to drive, not cars I've owned to sell. And I keep adding to it, and I keep forgetting ones because it's 34 years of cars. It's worked out more than one a year. And I keep forgetting ones because there's been, 2.5 weddings, several divorces, a nice little mental breakdown in between. So the memory's a bit hazy. There was some prolific drug use in the 90s that didn't help. So I'm struggling with it, but I'm getting there. It'll get there eventually. You can't rush these things. And then I started writing a list of all the milk floats I'd driven. And I thought, wouldn't it be brilliant if I did a top 40 of all the milk floats I'd driven? So I'm doing a top 40 of all the milk floats I've driven. Except when I wrote them down, I wrote down in alphabetical order. And then I came to the conclusion that there are, I don't know how many there are on here. It's about 40. And 36 of them are collectively shit. So the chart rundown from 40 to 5 is in no particular order other than alphabetical order, because they're all collectively shit. And I couldn't think of any reason to rank them one above the other, because they're all shit in their own unique way. So starting at 40 and going down to 5, and these are all ranked in alphabetical order, nothing more. Audi Q4 e-tron, the Audi e-tron, the BMW i3, the BMW iX3. Oh my God. The iX3, I have never driven anything so heavy in all my life. It was like trying to stop a super tanker. What the hell BMW were thinking, I don't know. The Citroen EC4, that was shocking. The Cupra Born, should be called the Cupra Boring. The Ford Capri I've covered, the Mach-E and the Puma, collectively shit. The Hyundai Ioniq 5, I didn't even know I'd driven it. It was that dull. It just appeared on me listings. The Jag I-Pace, wonderfully over-engineered, doesn't go around corners. Kia Niro and Soul, you can adjust the range on them by twisting the air conditioning. The MGs, MG4, MG5, MGZS. The Nissan Leaf, I've covered the Nissan Leaf. I don't think I need to say any more about that. The Peugeot E2008, 308 and 208, Stellantis crap. The Renault Zoe, Resurrect there. It's the only time I haven't been happy to be inside a Zoe joke. The Skoda Enyaq, the Vauxhall Corsa E, and the VW ID3, ID4 and ID5. The numbers are irrelevant. It's exactly the same car. They're just all shit. So this comes to the top 4. This is where it gets exciting. Cars I was actually excited to drive, and they weren't bad. At number 4, McMaster's favourite, the Porsche Taycan. Now, good points about the Porsche Taycan. It goes like shit off a shovel. It is properly quick. And it's nice to look at. Not as attractive as all the other Porsches. It reminds me of the Panamera, which looks like a Porsche, which has gone through a mangle. Really nice inside, nicely kitted out, lovely big wheels, huge brake discs, which brings me to the bad point. Whilst testing the power of said car on a private road, obviously, there just happened to be some other cars on the private road going down the M5 at the time. I tested the acceleration and was astounded by how quick it went from 30 to 90 in about 2 seconds. And then I found the issue. And the issue was, it didn't stop. I put my foot on the brake. I finished up stamping on the brake. And those, oh my God, they got to be 22-inch discs with Brembos on them. They did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I subsequently talked to a load of other Taycan owners who said exactly the same thing. Why would you invent a car that accelerates that quick, but then doesn't stop as quick? Madness. Oh, by the way, do you like the t-shirt? Look at that. The link to buy this t-shirt is in the comments. It's the Wide Awake Club or something. It's not Timmy Mallet. The Wide Awake t-shirt clothing. Wide Awake clothing. That's what they're called. Anyway, they sent me this. Yeah, baby. It's brilliant. I love it. They got loads on there. Literally anything you want. If you want to wear a t-shirt that's going to piss off woke people, go on there and buy a t-shirt. So, a joint third. For one reason and one reason only. The Tesla 3 and the Tesla Y. And they are joint third because they're basically the same fucking car. There's no difference between them. They're basically the same thing. It's a Tesla. And they're exactly the same inside. They're the same dull, weird plastic veneer thing. But as I've always said, if you've got to have a milk float, have one of these because they do everything better than the other milk floats. And they've got better charging infrastructure, which I think you can now use with normal milk floats, not just Teslas. But the Tesla supercharging thing was particularly good when it worked. And, you know, if you've got to have one of them. I just can't get excited about it because they're nice to drive, but they're nice. That's the problem. They're nice. I don't say get one for the driving experience, because there is no experience really. Get one for the karaoke machine, fair enough, and all the games that come on it. But, you know, what are you buying? A fucking video console or a car? At the end of the day, it's not exciting to drive. It's not exciting to go around corners in it. It's just not exciting. So you can't get excited about it. But you can get excited about my number one car. The number one car I have ever driven that is a milk float. The Volvo XC40 Recharge Twin. Oh! Now that, I would never own a milk float. But if I was forced to have one, I wouldn't even hesitate. I would go straight for it. I actually enjoyed driving that car. I know. I picked it up from somewhere near Heathrow and took it down to West Sussex. And fuck me, it's quick. I mean, as quick as the Porsche. It's a Volvo XC40. It's got no right to be as quick as the Porsche. But you know what it does better than the Porsche? It fucking stops. The brakes work. And it goes around corners. It's a Volvo XC40. Yeah, it handles. The best handling milk float I have ever driven is a Volvo. And it's a Volvo fucking SUV. It makes no sense. But it is absolutely banging. Anybody says to me, Tone, I need a milk float, get that. Don't hesitate. Don't pass go. Don't collect 200 quid. Just get that. You won't find a better one. And that's it. I mean, the conclusion is I still wouldn't have one. But, nevertheless, if you had to have one, you now know my top 40, including my top 4, which is one car for 125 grand that doesn't have very good brakes, 2 cars for 50 grand that you can't tell the difference between, and I think the Volvo comes in at under 50 grand, and just looks like a normal Volvo. I mean, it's not the most inspiring top 40 you've ever seen, is it? But nevertheless, it is a top 40 of milk floats. And should show that to the floaters out there that go, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. If you've got a list longer than that of milk floats that you've driven, I'll pull it out your arse for you because you'd be fucking lying. I have genuinely driven every single one of these cars on a long distance road test, and I can talk about them because I have. That's just a fact, and it's true. So, there you go. The top 40 milk floats I've driven, featuring 3 that I actually tolerated. No, 3 I tolerated, and 1 I liked. And now, I'm going to go inside and whip myself, because, quite frankly, I've said that I like a milk float, and it could well ruin the rest of the weekend. Sorry, everybody. Future my arse.